Bones Mackay here. I'd like to welcome two-time Passarelli Open major champion Mr. Rod Passarelli and reigning Passarelli Open champion. People are still talking about the heroics of 2019. A lot of comparisons have been made to Tiger and Torrey Pines, even exceeding that event. How has the last 2 years been for you celebrating that moment?
Well, there's been a lot of practicing going on. We had the COVID situation this past year, and it's kind of delayed it, but then you ties the family and friends together because of it. But the practice, I've been pretty intense. I've been practicing in Florida, Fort Myers, 3 or 4 times a week. I think that looking forward, I came up here a little bit earlier before we have this major tournament. Played at Wolf Creek and Mesquite. Shot pretty well there. That's a slope of 154. It was pretty difficult. And then my brother kind of flew into St. George, Utah. We played Sand Hollow. I did very well there. I recommend that course highly. It was a great course. So I think I'm prepared for this year's tournament, the OTC.
Well, you failed to mention two hip surgeries in there. Of course, recovery. You brought up COVID. You and Shane Lowry have the unique distinction of sharing your major championship for 2 years. So a lot has happened. You brought up Mel coming out early.
Yes.
Is that going to be a detriment to you? Do you run yourself into the ground and have fear of running out of steam on Sunday?
Mel can be kind of demanding at times. And I've had to temper his feelings about life and playing golf, but I think he kind of added to the golf game. He gave me the spirit of competition and to go out there and go after it, and I was definitely a big benefit.
Well, some pictures surfaced on Instagram recently on the tour channels of your bag, and has the comparisons of, it looks like a dozen roses rather than a golf bag. How many fairway woods are there? And I know they're all dressed up in head covers looking like roses. Do you even have any irons?
Well, I think there's a mistaking there. Those roses are wolf heads. Wolf Creek is my sponsor this year, and they basically put my bag together, and it's really a very classic bag. It was a really nice sponsor for me, and I think it's going to add to my game, at least if people comment about it every time they see it. You can see I'm wearing the Wolf Creek hat, and it's one of the greatest courses in America, so it's a great place to be.
A lot of comparisons to you and Bernard Langer of just your longevity on tour. Do you have a secret? You're 71 years old here today. What is the secret to the success?
Good life, good family, good friends. There's no question about it. Keeps your life going and stay focused. We're blessed to have a great family and be here to have this great championship, and that's the secret of longevity. It really is.
Words of wisdom. Great. That's great. Now, you play on the Senior PGA Tour down in Heritage Palms in beautiful Fort Myers.
Yes.
What does it mean to you for a week like this to step up to the actual PGA Tour and play amongst these competitors?
Well, down there, I'm the vice president of the MGA at that organization, and they basically a big organization, almost 100,000 rounds of that course, and it means an awful lot, and that's possibly the foundation of my, playing in this tournament. It's been a great learning place to be and practice range, so it's been great.
22nd year of the tournament, of course, this year honoring Michael Duncan, the founding father. You were at the original event.
Yes.
How has this tournament evolved and changed over the years?
Not too much. He's always wanted to have the competitive spirit. I just tell a short story. Mike Duncan, first time I met him, he had this big suitcase. In the suitcase was money. And I asked him, "What's going on, Mike? What's all that money for?" It's the tournament winnings. And he says, "Really, Rod, this is choke money. And I want people to basically feel pressure of playing golf, and this money adds to the choke part of it." Mike Duncan is a huge person to my life. He's brought us all together as a family. The OTC means an awful lot to us.
What would it mean to you to finally put the Passarelli name on that trophy in honor of Mike this year? Can you put that into words?
22 years we've been trying to go to that tournament and put our name on that trophy. It would be an accomplishment that we've been aiming for those 22 years. So it would be a huge life-changing experience for all of us. Anybody could win that, but we'd like to have the Passarelli name on the OTC tournament this year.
Well, we appreciate your time, Mr. Passarelli. We know you've got some Champions Breakfast obligations down at the rotisserie. We'll let you go, and we'll be checking in periodically throughout the week. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
We'll send it back to the studio. Thanks, Amanda.